Hello, I'm in the lakes, which is also known as the Lake District. People who come here a lot call it the lakes. So I'm here in the lakes, and I'm in a wild place, as you can tell, because of the noise of wind and my hair. Walking around a lot in the lakes, and I'm camping, and I hope you enjoy some of my observations and thoughts and ideas. But there's a lot here. There really is. A lot here. Mostly mountains and rivers. Just get on that path and keep on going and looking around at stuff, talking about it to myself. Cool. So I'm on these steps now, which the dwarves carved out centuries ago. For when they were up here mining stuff. Very sunny. People say it's not sunny here, but they're wrong, because it is. The campsite I'm staying at got a plaque on the wall saying it's the wettest place in England. Seathwaite it's called, and that's wrong, because it isn't. I've been to loads of wetter places. It's sunny. There's a river running through it, which is wet. The ground is a bit squidgy some places, but you just can't believe everything you read. A lot of big rocks here. Reminds me of the Rock Eater. A never-ending story. Rock biter, rock biter. It was made of rock and eats rock. How does that work? You are what you eat. As if you needed proof. Yeah. Oh, the transit falling down. Adrian! Da 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 da. thinking about foraging, you know how when you're foraging, you know, if you find a patch of mushrooms, say for example, chanterelles or other mushrooms, that you're not supposed to take them all. You know, you take a few, but you leave some there for the next person. And I feel the same applies with water. You know, I mean, I'm looking around me here. I've taken some water from where I am now, but I won't take any more from here. I'll leave the rest for other people. Perhaps wait till I get round to the other side and fill up my water bottle there, because I mean, you can see here, this area around here, look, you can see there's like bits where there used to be more water here, where there's sort of weeds and grass and things that washed up from when the water was higher, but now it's low because too many people have taken too much water from this section. It's a nice pretty little corner and it's by the path. Too many people have taken too much water from here, and there's not enough. Whereas if you look over there, that's a bit harder to get to, that little sort of peninsula there. There's none of those signs of you know, washed up weeds and things like that, because a few people have gone over there and taken the water. So, you know, I think just the responsible thing is don't take all your water from the same spot. Move to different parts of the tarn or the lake or even a pond. Take your water from different parts so that it stays even all over. Otherwise you'll get very uneven water, and that's not good for anyone. So that I'm not sure how well you can see it, because I've not got a very good angle on it, because the sun's shining into the camera, but hopefully you can see in front of me. It's a very big rock. I mean, it's sort of a mountain, the top of a mountain. Quite a popular one. It's not Scafell Pike, but it's right next to it. And a lot of people go up there and walk around and stuff like that. But as you can see, right down the middle there, in two places, it's broken, completely broken. Look, right there. I don't know how well that comes out. There, and there's got two huge, great cracks, and it's kind of over there as well. It's broken as well, and you know it's happening all over the place around here. If you look over there, that's can you see right over there? That's Great Gable, and you know, there's the peak of it there. If you were to zoom right in, you can see there must be 20 people up there, and you know, all at the same time. And as you see on the left there, it's completely broken. It's just, yeah, it's just in bits. So I wish I had a polarizing lens, because the water's really clear, and you can see these little fish swimming around. There's a whole herd of them. Oh look, did you see that? That was a fish. Yeah, a whole herd of fish. Probably should get a better camera. Just trust me for now. Oh, here comes an airplane. Maybe not. Can you imagine In the old days, like hundreds of years ago, when people thought that the sound of distant airplanes was the gods angry at them. Anyway, I've put my hood up to get into the vibe really, and I'm out on this off the beaten track part really, definitely off the beaten track, because I've been walking around for about 20 minutes and there's no beaten tracks here at all. Now down there, which I'll flip round to in a minute, there are several beaten tracks where people are walking, and over there is Great Gable, the greatest of gables. Looks nicer from here than it did from on top of it yesterday, actually. It's very windy over there, so I just sat down here for a bit where it's not so windy. There's the view. See? That down there is the beaten track. There's Great Gable. Great Gable. And Little Green Gable. Now if you look right down there, right at the bottom of the valley there, so where the two mountains meet up, you see a glistening, sort of a shimmering glistening, and that's a car park. And that further away glistening is the vastness of the sea. The great glistening, I suppose, compared to the little glistening at the car park. I fell over on my bottom. I just think it's very presumptuous of us to assume that dwarves wore hoods. They could have worn hats or turbans or whatever. It's not like anyone has ever found a fossilised dwarf with a hood on, is it? Someone could have just made that up completely. Because if you were making everything by hand, which dwarves probably did, it's a lot more stitching to put a hood on a jacket or a coat or a what's the word I'm looking for? It was a tunic, than just to put a hat on. So, but then again, it's more likely to fall off, I suppose. You might lose it, and it's quite windy up here. So maybe they did wear hoods. Well, I'm sticking with it because it's keeping me warm. And in the windy bits, my ears get very loud. So the whole wild camping thing has made places like this a lot safer, I think. I'm in quite a remote spot. I'm off the beaten track, and if I was to have an accident here, break my ankle or whatever, by 6 or 7 o'clock this evening, there'd be a whole herd of wild campers here to help me. So that didn't used to be the case. Lovely pile of quite geometric shaped rocks. If you look very closely, right there, see, that is a dead rock biter. They don't decay because they're made of rock, but they do still die. The wind keeps coming and going. He can't seem to make up his mind which direction it's blowing in. Sometimes it comes across here, you can sort of see the ripples on the water, then it just goes away. And a minute ago it came from that direction. It just got me to thinking about climate change, about the damage that we're doing to the environment. And I think this is one sign of it, really. All the pressure that we're putting on the environment, all the pollutants that we're throwing into the air and throwing stuff away and using bottles. It's all confusing the wind. I mean, the wind is really confused today, and it just seems unfair. It doesn't know whether it's coming or going, starting or stopping or anything. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, the wind went in one direction at a time. It didn't get confused like this. That's a cairn. Just found these diamonds. Right, down there is my campsite. Well, the campsite that I'm staying in anyway. It's not mine. This really is pathetic. That's my last piece of chocolate. My last thing to eat. And it melted. And it's all stuck to the paper. So I've got to pick it all off. Every little bit. Now I've bokeh and beautified. My wrinkles are gone. Crazy, isn't it? This is me unbeautified, I think. Still quite beautiful. Focus on my nose.